My name is Oliver Barker. I'm a senior fisheries biologist with Environment Yukon. The Southern Lakes are a sort of connected series of enormous lakes in southern Yukon extending into British Columbia. They're deep, they're cold, they're great habitat for fish like lake trout. They're important for a number of reasons, and for me, the biggest importance is that they're the largest fisheries in the Yukon. They're close to Whitehorse, they're close to Tagish, to Carcross, to all of these communities, and people spend a lot of time fishing there and spending time on the water. So in a single lake that's not connected to anything, fisheries management is pretty straightforward. The fish stay, fish like lake trout that live in a lake, they stay in that system and they spend their whole lives there. The southern lakes are different. These lakes are connected through channels like the Tagish River and the Nares River and Carcross, and we know that fish move through those channels. That movement is why people fish, for instance, at the bridge in Carcross. It's because those fish are traveling through. That makes managing these fisheries more complex, but more interesting. We can't consider that fish in Bennett Lake are Bennett Lake fish and they stay there their whole lives, and fish in Tagish Lake are Tagish Lake fish and they spend their whole lives there. These are fish that move through the system and spend different parts of the year in different parts of the system. And so that provides us with an interesting puzzle. How do we manage fish if there are different groups of fish that are moving through the system throughout the year and are harvested at different places? So we have a series of 20 receivers throughout the Southern Lake system, and these detect acoustic signals. These detect sound from small transmitters, and these transmitters are in lake trout. When these trout move past a receiver, the receiver detects this trout move past this receiver at this date at this time. So we're also linking this the movement information to harvest information. We have angler harvest surveyors who are interviewing anglers out in the system and collecting genetic information from genetic samples from those fish. So when we're finished the study, we'll be able to identify there are these different groups of fish in the lake. These are their migration patterns, and we can use that to much better inform our management of these fish to make sure that harvest remains sustainable and that fishing stays good and these populations remain healthy for anglers now and then into the future.